In this video, we will talk about Epsilon GC. Epsilon GC was introduced in Java 11. Epsilon is a no-operation GC. It only allocates memory. It does not clear the heap memory of unused objects. And when JVM runs out of memory, it exits with out-of-memory error. You may be thinking why we need a GC who does not do garbage collection and only allocates memory. Epsilon GC has been added for benchmarking performance, memory usage, and latency. A GC cycle has a latency overhead. Critical applications which requires precision timing, GC can affect the desired throughput. In this case, use Epsilon GC to measure the latency introduced by GC process. For extremely short-if application, use Epsilon GC because it makes sense as your application will exit before even the GC will kick in. Now we will see how we can run an application and configure it to use Epsilon GC. So click on Run, Edit Configuration, and inside the VM options, add -XX plus unlock experimental VM options, -XX plus use Epsilon GC, and then -verbose GC. Verbose GC is for emitting out the garbage collection instructions on the console. So these are the options which you need to add on the VM options. Again, -XX, unlock experimental VM options, and -XX, use Epsilon GC, and -verbose GC. And click OK. Now what we'll do is that we will run this bank transfer, and this bank transfer is inside the functional programming and real example folder. Now you can see that. You can see those instructions for the GC, heap 2000 meg, reserve 125 meg, and if you just go through all the system out, you won't see any GC instructions in there. So the only instruction is at the top and at the end, and it's saying over here that using Epsilon. So use Epsilon GC to measure the performance of your system without any garbage collection overhead, and then run with GC and then see what the performance differences are.